Welcome everyone to the Fairy and Leprechaun live journey event. We will be connecting with the fairies and leprechauns today and tapping into the energies of St. Patrick's Day and the first day of spring. And I'm excited to be here with everyone and opening up that veil to the fairy realm. I'm Andrea Dembecki from angelfairyhealing.com. So let's jump right in. We are going to be working with the fairies and leprechauns today, inviting in their energy as we approach St. Patrick's Day and the first day of spring. And we want to really open our heart to the gifts of the fairies and what they want to bring through for us today. And it's always kind of a mystery. Even this morning, the leprechauns were bringing in some inner child healing. The fairies were bringing in like an invigoration of creativity. And so I'm just excited to receive the gifts because sometimes they know what we need. So let's just take a moment to start to open the gateway to the fairy realm. And we're just going to release all distractions, ground into our heart, relax our mind with a big deep breath as we start to create this circle together, opening our hearts to each other, blessing each other as we connect with the fairies and leprechauns today and receive some healing, some upliftment, and some inspiration, some nature inspiration, some creative inspiration, some inner child healing, and whatever else they want to bring in. They're always talking about the deep connection to Mother Earth, healing that relationship, opening up that communication and connection, which is so great for us as humans, very healing for us. So as we start to connect with them, open your hand chakras, your feet chakras, saying hello to Mother Nature and the plant kingdoms, the trees and the flowers, all of the fairies and the leprechauns that would like to connect with us today. And as we take some more deep breaths and release all distractions, and we enter this beautiful container today with the fairies, we start to connect with the fairy guides that would like to connect with us today. We're opening up that. We're going to start to invite in our leprechaun guides and just see how they'd like to work with us. I did feel some new leprechauns coming through, some female leprechauns, also some leprechaun elders. The leprechaun elders are like leprechaun grandpas that are very wise, very ancient, and they might know you for a really long time, but we have not connected consciously. Also connecting with their magic of the green ray, their rainbow manifesting magic, their abundance, and their beautiful joy and happiness. They love to dance and sing, and they want to bring that energy of joy to us, giving us that boost of joy. They also talk about earth healing and how humanity can be advocates for the new earth and respecting earth more and co-creating with nature. So if you own property, if you're an activist, if you're passionate about the earth, the forest, the animals, the leprechauns love to work with you also. Or if you're a gardener. So opening our heart, connecting with that leprechaun energy, attuning to that energy. We're playing with that energy. It does feel like a sparkly gold, a rainbow energy, and a clover green ray kind of earthy energy like the plants. Leprechauns can be connected to our lineage, especially if we're from places where they come from. But leprechauns are everywhere, but they are originally from Ireland. There's a lots of leprechaun lore over there, so we can connect with that. And we're connecting with the fairies of spring, the spring fairies. I see daffodils, hyacinth. I got a hyacinth yesterday, all the flower fairies of spring. The fairy queen of spring. I was drawing a vision I had of the fairy queen on the throne of spring, and it was like a beautiful wooden throne with flowers coming out of it. So connecting with that beautiful spiritual energy of spring, the earth starts to sing. The dandelions are blooming, the lilacs, connecting with all of our favorite flowers. And the fairies are also talking about creativity and new beginnings. So let's start to also attune and invite all of the fairies in. And the fairies also are connected to the magical creatures such as the unicorns or the dragons, and also any other spirit animals like the birds, the bunnies, the bears, connecting with our spirit animal guides and the fairies, and also any trees, flowers, plants that want to come through. Lavender came through really loud and clear, and I think it was an inspiration about my herb garden this year and what I want to plant. So just be open to how the fairies would like to work with you. They bring in gardening inspiration, plant inspiration, creative inspiration, and also they're do-gooders. So they love to bring in uh, tasks for us to do good in the world, to bring light to the world, to help others, to uplift humanity. So we're opening that gateway, traveling in, connecting with the fairies. And they're really working on everyone's heart, bringing in the joy, uplifting our vibration. And so we're just going to do some attunements and then we'll just jump right into the meditation. Feel free to post in the chat if you'd like to. And we're just bringing in some aura healing, some chakra balancing with the fairies. And we also just want to be receptive to whatever messages the fairies and leprechauns would like to share with us today. We want to release anything that we're projecting on them or that we really want. I mean, we can ask them for things, but they also have a lot to share. And sometimes they know more than we do about what we need to work on or receive right in this moment. And so that word receive is coming up from the leprechauns. So they want to work with the heart and the high heart about receiving luck, receiving luxury, receiving miracles, receiving good things in your life. So they want to do a little attunement for us to receive, bringing in that energy, receiving, feeling all the blessings wrapping around you, blessings of abundance, luck, happiness, joy. They're also bringing in a little manifesting attunement with the rainbow energy, feeling that rainbow energy going from one hand to the other, completing the rainbow, completing our goals, reaching the end of our goals, which is really important because sometimes we initiate our goals or our manifestation wishes, but then we don't follow through or receive them, or we doubt them halfway through. So that they're really coming through with this follow through energy of keep believing, keep having faith, and keep listening. So activating that manifesting energy in the hand chakras and just kind of visualizing all the beautiful things that you would like to call in and raising our vibration to that higher vibration. The leprechauns and the fairies are on a higher vibration beyond fear, beyond doubt, beyond stress and frustration that we see rampant in the human world. So when we connect with them, really helps us to reach this higher plane of consciousness where we can instantly heal, manifest, and receive guidance. So bringing in those attunements from the leprechauns. If you have land, wherever you live, they're bringing in some blessings to your home, to your garden, blessing all with magic, and looking at your purpose as maybe someone who communicates with animals, who gardens with the earth, who works with crystals, plants, trees, just bringing in that part of your life purpose, maybe that's forgotten, the ancient ways, right? The ancient wisdoms of nature. The leprechauns want to bring that back to our soul. And they also recommend that you sit with them and listen and journal because they have much to share. So let's take a moment to listen to them before we go into the fairies and see what the leprechauns want to share with us. I do see them giving us some crowns, lots of self-love, self-worth energy. They're kind of adorning us, more receiving. And I do see a treasure chamber, like lots of gold and treasure. And I see a green dragon there, and they're just kind of talking about receiving, luxury, upgrades, manifesting. And they're also talking about the kindness of money, that on earth we're competitive about money, and just bringing in this kindness, open-heartedness about sharing and collective wealth, and that you can live in the overflow and be generous, just bringing in this higher consciousness of money and wealth and unity and community, opening our heart to that and releasing all jealousy, competition, anything that's negative around money, in community, riches, and moving that all into our heart. Also, simple ways to connect with leprechauns. I got a leprechaun statue this week. That was really exciting. I also like to draw leprechauns. You could read leprechaun books. There's picture books and also some kind of more spiritual books where they talk about journeying with the leprechauns or interactions with them. And just ask yourself why the leprechauns are reaching out to you right now, and what tasks they have for you, because the leprechauns always have tasks for us, and when we work with them and we do the things they say, we open up the universe in new and exciting ways. Okay, so next we're going to connect with the fairies. We're just going to kind of thank the leprechauns. They're still here. We're going to journey with them with the fairies, but we're going to start to focus more on the fairy energy next, and how the fairies would like to work with us right now. They're talking about bursts of creativity, inspiration. I know I like to work with herbs and essential oils and make salves and things. And so they're really excited about that. Salves, sprays, fairy houses. I was inspired to make a fairy lantern house. That's on my creative bucket list. I'm also getting garden ideas. So just listening to them. They're talking about mobiles with wood and crystals, and just kind of working with them. They love beads, ribbons, broken jewelry, working with them. And if you can't have a garden, you can have a potted plant, maybe make a mini fairy garden in there. Think of ways to be creative and bring their energy into your home. So we're just working with the fairies to awaken our beautiful uniqueness. That's our life purpose, the courage to be ourselves, to shine in our radiant uniqueness, take up space, feel comfortable in our skin. And the gnomes are coming through also today, and they're just talking about belonging. That could be the perfect job, career, the perfect relationships, friends, the places of business, or the places that you belong. Really opening that energy intuitively, especially as sensitive people. This is important to find where we belong, where we feel at home. The fairies are also opening the energy of the crystals, the earth, the rocks, the plants, the trees, all of the different aspects of nature, the flowers, just attuning us to them more, so we're more listening, watching, hearing them, being more in tune with Mother Earth also. The fairies are so excited, bringing in so much energy and messages for us. So they're working with rainbow energy also, and also flower energy, swirling those energies around our aura, bringing in the flowers and the herbs, bringing in rainbows, and whatever your body not likes from the fairy realm, because they start to attune our being to the things that make us feel good in the fairy realm. Oak tree, maybe peppermint, roses, lavender, rose quartz crystals, clear quartz crystals. They're just very excited about all of their magical things and tools, and they want us to open our aura to that stuff and interact with that stuff, all the things that we're drawn to that make our being feel good. So we're just going to listen if the fairies have any messages for us specifically. They really love to help us forgive others and lighten up. They also like to help us to co-create magically within our relationships, get along with others, thrive in family union relationships, like thrive working with others, in partnerships, just kind of get along with each other and enjoy life and create beautiful things together as humans. The fairies work really well together, so they're helping us with that energy of partnership and co-creation and community. Right, so just taking a moment to connect with all of those fairies and animals and receiving their messages and attunements. And then we're just going to journey a little deeper. So if you want to close your eyes or shut your camera off, feel free to. And we're just going to go deeper into our own magical fairy garden, the fairy garden of our soul, and just get some more upgrades from the fairies and leprechauns and just receive whatever we need right now. So taking some deep breaths, relaxing our body, releasing all tension, releasing all distractions. As we come closer and closer to the doorway, to the beautiful fairy garden of our spirit, this is one of our beautiful soul homes. And as we walk through that gateway, there are so many fairies and leprechauns flying around, jumping up and down, so exciting to meet us. They're surrounding us with love, and we feel like we've come home to all of these beautiful kindred beings. And as we're here, they say this is a place for you to be nourished, inspired, a place for you to connect with your wholeness. And they're just showing a cottage in a forest, and they're working on different aspects of us feeling at home in the world, in our life, feeling nourished within our environment. And they're just working on this on core energetic levels because this energy, this beautiful garden home with the fairies, is mirrored in the human world. So as we journey here, notice if there's any sacred objects. We're going into this cottage, our fairy home, in this fairy forest, in this fairy garden. And as we walk into that home, notice what it looks like. If there's any specific objects that reach out to you, or if there's any specific fairies that greet you, maybe an ancestral fairy, um, maybe a fairy guide that's been with you for a very long time, but you haven't really acknowledged in a while. So they're coming closer. And in this home, they're just kind of talking to you about your life path, about your future, and about how to step into your most truest alignment, fulfillment, nourishment, bliss, passion. They're just kind of opening up all these energies of really feeling like you're living your purpose, you're exactly where you need to be, and you're really at home within your spirit. The fairies remind you that no matter where you are, fairyland is always within you. It's a gateway within you. It's mirrored in nature, in the human world, and we create aspects of it. So it can never really be taken away from us. Now we walk out of our cottage and we see some animal friends, some woodland creatures, and we're petting them. And we feel such a kindred connection to the animal kingdom and the earth beneath us. And in this magical place, we feel nature's activated even more. We feel peace radiating from the earth beneath us, and we feel love radiating from all of the beings of fairyland, all of the animals, and all of the fairies connecting with us. Just take deep breaths and we're just kind of receiving whatever we need to receive. Next, they're taking us to a beautiful garden, a flower garden, and we're smelling all the flowers, and there's bees and butterflies, dragonflies, and there's just this sense of awe and beauty in this beautiful spring garden. And we just feel nature so alive and glowing, and there's all these synchronicities, like our favorite flowers right in front of us. And we just feel so connected to these flowers and the colors. They're so vibrant and so healing. And as we're here, some more royal fairies come in, the fairy king and queen of spring. They're coming in, talking to us about new beginnings and about self-awareness, different ways that we can be more in tune and aware of ourself, our embodiment, our life path, and ways to overcome stress and confusion, just helping us to really connect with our true core self and our true wisdom. They say we're going through different cycles of life, and it's great to check into where we need to be focused on right now. They give us a gift of the book of wisdom, fairy wisdom. Now, in the distance, the leprechauns want to take you to their castle, one last place, the leprechaun castle, and just kind of give us some more attunements for manifesting and luck and just sharing their world with us, opening us to their world. And this castle's all green and there's clovers and rainbows. And all of our leprechaun friends are there helping us to activate this magic. And they want to work with us specifically with our manifestation wishes, the beliefs around our manifestation wishes, and believing in our ability to manifest in our life, to create good things in our life. Sometimes this ability falls asleep and we want to reactivate it. So they're just kind of giving us an attunement to our beautiful manifesting energy. I kind of see them working in our energy field of sacred geometry and rainbow light medicine and working with that upgrading to new levels of manifesting. So they're going to help us now as we use our tools. Maybe it's a wand, a staff of power, whatever we feel that we can harness our manifesting energy with. And then we're going to align our heart with love and the highest good of all. And then we're going to wave this wand or over our world, or we're going to bang this staff on the earth with our will, with our intention, and just intending beautiful things manifesting in our life. We can go deeper into that. Beautiful things manifesting for all of humanity, and just imagine this beautiful manifesting energy blooming in the future. Good things for you, your family, your friends, everyone you know, everyone on the planet. Good things for Earth, just opening up that beautiful blooming energy. Good things. And holding the beautiful blessings in your hand, imagining them, thanking the universe for them, and just getting excited about intending, visualizing, and receiving our blessed manifestations. The leprechauns are going to continue to work with you and your higher self for your highest and best manifestations of what you truly want in life, right? Because sometimes we're not sure. And so they really want to talk about what we truly want on a soul level, on a heart level. What's our destiny? Okay, so we thank the leprechauns and the fairies, and they shower us with lots of healing, lots of gifts as we start to come back from their realms. We're just kind of drinking in all their beautiful attunements and upgrades, drinking all that in. And just sitting still and just receiving whatever you need. If there's a specific nature frequency, fairy light medicine energy, a chakra activation, a chakra clearing. I see them working with everyone's third eye, and third eyes are really important because that's where we can hold negative or positive visions or thoughts. To really want to clear and purify that. Also the solar plexus with manifesting. So coming back down, grounding to earth, wiggling our toes, hands or feet. All right. And if anyone would like to share, if you're not too sleepy, I was kept shutting my eyes. I keep trying to keep them open. How are you, Maria?
Oh my God, I feel like Like I went into like deep. So like the leprechauns gave me a three-leaf clover. And I always remember that as a kid, like something three. So they were like, here, here. And I was like, okay. And they showed me also like so the leprechauns, I talk to them on and off. They're funny. And so when we move over, I saw like the mushrooms. My parents were from, like when I was taken there as a kid, I spent 2 years there. There was like big mushrooms that grow and like they're pine needles and stuff. Like it's kind of like a dry climate, but they grow there and they're like really pretty. And I've been wanting to paint them big because so they kind of showed me that. And then I also saw like the color periwinkle like deep, and I was like, oh, I don't, they probably want me to work with it or something, but like I saw it almost like a clearing, but I was like, oh, that's really pretty.
Like a flower?
No, 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 it was like periwinkle, the color, like the color itself, and I recognize it because I mixed it by mistake at the last oil painting I did, and it's there. I'm gonna bring my oil painting soon, like sometime this month at the end. But I did the wings, the angel wings, that color, and it was like a mistake because I was trying to get another color, and then I was like, I'm just gonna leave it because I like the color. So they showed me that, and they showed me like the daisies, and I was like, oh, how cool! Like, yeah, and then the rest I don't remember. I was like deep into them. They're really cool. And yeah, so that's kind of all I remember.
Great. It sounds great. And as you were talking, I thought about chicory because that's very periwinkle. I'll try to send you a picture of it, but it's considered a weed, but it grows in a lot of places. And it's just a real beautiful periwinkle. And I always feel like it has a lot of fairy energy.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And, and it looks like a daisy a little bit,
Oh,
like a
okay.
cross between a daisy and a dandelion, but it's just pure periwinkle. Yeah.
Okay.
How's everyone else doing? Anyone else? Jan, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. I needed that. I just felt like I had kind of a heavy heart a lot lately. And I just felt like I don't know, I just felt like the leprechauns and stuff or whatever was like kind of like clearing, like taking it. And I felt like I was around like kind of the castles there. And I could just see lots of green and the leprechauns and stuff. And it was just like, I just felt like they were like giving me happy energy and stuff. And so in my backyard, I have a couple of leprechauns that my
You?
my friend's mom, yeah, it's all they're broke though. I had four of them and they just kept getting broke, but I have a couple of them that she gave me. She was into gnomes and stuff like that, and so I have it out there in my out on one of my trees that got cut down. So it's like sitting on the trunk. And so, anyways, yeah. So, but it felt good. It felt like some really clearing energy. And I put on, right before we started, I put on like Sound of the Seasons, which was like St. Patrick's Day music. And so right now I can see all the different rainbow and colors and stuff like that. So, yeah.
That's amazing. And they really feel like you connected with them in their castles and everything. Feel really receptive to them. Yeah, that's amazing.
I kind of was today. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes I wasn't. I know I fell asleep for a while. I know I did at first, fell asleep like I always do, but because you're always relaxing. But anyways, I fell asleep for a while, and then Lulu got up and woke me up. She like was like, "Get up, man! You better listen to your stuff." So anyway, so then I was able to listen to more of it and stuff. So it was really needed. I just feel like it's just a happy energy, and I can tell that it's a happy energy for you. And so it's just kind of coming all over to me also, which was really needed.
Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah, and that's why I like to share the fairy energy because they do visit me and really uplift me. And I was thinking how my relationship with them has increased throughout the years, and it's always like, tell others, like share it with others. So,
Yeah, you love the leprechaun and fairy energy.
yeah,
You do. It's like almost like
This one.
your energy and everything. That's kind of in your what can I say?
DNA.
Your I can't think of what I'm thinking, but your history of your
Mhm.
family and where
yeah,
they
my
come from.
lineage or even my
Your
spirit
lineage,
guides.
that was the word that I couldn't think of. And so I think you kind of connect to it anyways. And I'm thinking I might have a little bit from one of my great grandmothers. I think
Yeah,
her last name.
especially if you're so receptive to it, it's good to pay attention. Like if we're really receptive and we like to work with certain guides, it's like, oh yeah, that's like my soul energy, right? Like we love Mother Mary and the roses and
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
it really resonates, you know?
And I like Celtic jewelry too. You know, I've gotten like Celtic like necklace and a ring and so maybe I kind of do more than I think. I always am thinking I don't because you know me, I'm a sun person and it's kind of rainy, mossy, greeny, you know, a little bit more.
And sometimes that's lineage and past lives, like with the Celtic stuff, it's like, and it's like Saint Bridget's from there, like goddess or the Saint Bridget, the leprechauns, the fairies, the mossy trees, like, and I have that in my lineage, but I think a lot of people live lives there or connected to those areas, you know, and I do think there's portals to the fairyland over there. Like the veil is thin, especially if we came from those places. We don't know what our DNA is, like our ancient soul,
Hmm, hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
Thank you. Amy, did you like to share anything? How are
Yes.
you?
Yeah. Fine. Thank you. I saw the sky. I felt heavy, very heavy. And then I saw the sky, and then I had a nap. I fell asleep.
Well, it's late there. I always fall asleep. I have to listen to her 2 or 3 times when they get recorded. I'm like trying to go back and I listen to it a couple of times. I fall asleep and then I finally, but you know,
Yeah.
it's
No,
understandable, Amy.
no. I'm yes, but I'm not tired. Something made me sleep.
It's
Sometimes
her
Yes,
you're getting
calming
downloads. You're
energy.
getting downloads on another dimension.
you think so?
I
Yeah, yeah. Well, what happened? It's the theta. It's the theta brainwave. When we're in the theta wave, we're very
Yes.
receptive, but it's like we get out of our own way. So it's kind of like sleep, but you're not asleep. So
Okay. Getting a download like a mediumship,
mhm.
more
yeah,
or
yeah.
less.
And it's the th in the theta state is which is like sleep, we're more receptive. So if you need a healing where they were shifting your beliefs or something, maybe you
Yes.
need to be in that sleep-like state to receive.
Okay, that's why. Okay, because when I woke up, I was really surprised because I was not sleepy at all before when we started the
Yeah.
meditation.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Well, thank you all for coming today. I'm going to shut this off soon, but I'll still be here pulling cards. And I'm excited to connect with the fairies, and I am doing the Fairy Healer course 2025, starting March 26th. And I have a Leprechaun Healer course recorded from last year, and I also offer fairy readings. This replay will be on YouTube if anyone would like to connect more with the fairies and the leprechauns, or join my Facebook group, Angel Fairy Healing with Andrea Dembecki.